Yeah. Permission to speak. Yeah. Permission to speak. Yeah. Permission to speak. Permission to speak. Permission to speak. Really. Yeah. Permission to speak. Permission to what? Permission to speak. Permission to speak. Permission to speak. Freely permission to speak. Permission to speak. Freely. You can get this. Man, how much I owe you? $75. $75? Come on, man. You know how I'll give you $40. You know how you can get that $40? Remember that chick you used to date? Janine? Her sister, Jenny. Hook that up. That's how it went.
Hook that up. Permission to speak.
That's one of them good ones.
Yeah, man. So one of the things in that movie, man, which I thought was dope and cool, Martin was an entrepreneur of a nightlife. Him and his boys owned nightclub.
Yeah,
Bobby Brown.
They was buying the club from. What was the owner name? Was it Sonny? I'm giving him a name. I forget his name.
Luth?
Schmitty. Dick ain't that old, Schmitty. That's the only reason. But Dick ain't that old, Schmitty. But they was he was taking on a couple of partners, and he wanted to, hey, little guy, cause they promoting. They was more so like club promoters. You know what I'm saying? They get Schmitty was an older guy. You know, Schmitty used to run the juke joint back in the day. You know,
him and
Dollar Bill.
I was gonna say Sugar Gabriel. Band me.
Yeah, they was all together. You know,
Suge worked it out.
But he had the young guys promoting for him, getting the ladies to come through. You know what I mean? Because that's really what you got to do when you promote at a club. Get the ladies to come through, and what's gonna come with that?
The bitches and the niggas.
Get the fellas going. Where the ladies is at? You know what I'm saying? Get the ladies to come through. Hey, Chocolate City, come through. Bring your girls. You ain't got to worry about promoting to the fellas after you got the ladies in there. Club gonna promote itself. So Schmitty was taking on a couple of partners, you know, and they like, hey, you know, yeah, hell yeah. You know, dope movie though.
For sure, man. I actually, as I grew up and I got a chance to watch that movie again, as being a heartbreaker myself,
guilty.
I don't even feel bad for my G Martin. Martin is like one of my top 5 just personalities.
Yeah.
You know, just personalities. And in that movie,
he make everything fun.
My nigga was, she had warned him. Like, my heart has been broken.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me. Don't play with me. And he like, baby, no, baby. Then she had to pipe up on my nigga and shit. Got Regina Hall coming to try to beat the bitch ass for him and shit. She was already high class and on her own, doing her own thing, but
she had killed her husband.
Remember some double dare shit? Like, I bet you.
Yeah, that's what it was. You gonna have to tell her you love her. Ah, come on now. You know I don't break the rule. We'll never tell him we love him. That's what he said, man. But he had to tell her.
Yeah. So, man, let me ask you this, man. Have you ever caught yourself in that situation where you kind of saying emotional shit early? Or like you kind of laying it on real thick, as they call it?
On some young shit, man. I came up at a time where R&B was still running this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you kind of had to, say some shit you didn't necessarily mean, just to try to, land yourself in a soft spot, in a soft place. Definitely guilty of that, man.
Just gotta say the line a little bit to get the pussy.
So some shit gotta, hey man, I think I ain't saying I'm in love with you or nothing like that, but like, I think I love you though. Like I care about you, like a lot.
For real?
Can you do my homework for me? Like,
so you flirting with the smart girl?
Yeah, got to.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. So I done caught myself early day simping, getting a little attention from the ladies, and as I learned now, like, hey man, my love and my attention can be overwhelming. It can be, and I say it's because I only got one woman. Just like I'm the Mary McLaury. I only got one woman to satisfy. I'm the Mary McLaury. I only got one woman to satisfy. And sometimes she like, hey, nigga, can I get a break? Oh, my bad.
I get a break.
I only got one.
From your side, like, you got to get all of this.
I'm like, you got to be, I only can have one woman, right? You got to be 30 different bitches. That's just how I got to go.
Get a couple wigs, a few outfits. You get at least 6.
Glasses on or off.
Sunglasses. Glasses with no frame.
I'm going to get you some scuba gear.
We already touched on that on the corn episode.
On the corn episode, man. But I completely understand it and get it, man. So as a young cat, I done put myself in them situations. I come up in that era, R&B as well.
Yeah, man. Confessions came out when I was in the 8th grade, nigga. So
which is still a fire fucking album. It's still
classic.
A fire album.
We don't throw the word classic around like a lot of people do these days. They be throwing out, oh, that new so-and-so classic. Like, nigga, this shit been out 6 hours.
For sure. So, freedom speakers, just for a second, man. This is to all respect to musicians, artists of all kinds, of all walks, all kinds of creatives. Due to the person being popular, and then for some reason, their lives are tragically taken away from them. Due to stardom and popularity does not make this person and their music and catalog classic.
Mm-hmm. Okay? Does not make them a legend.
No.
Does not make them a legend. You know what I'm saying? Pac was already a legend before he died. And matter of fact, thank you for that public service announcement. Have you heard about the latest Tupac news?
I have. And now part of me rejoices, but then it's I don't know, man. Follow with me, people. The conspiracy theorist in me is like, what is the diversion?
It's like the distract. Like, what are they trying to distract us from?
I still bump Tupac music now, and I was listening to Thug Mansion.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite Tupac songs, man.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm getting KJ hip to stuff too, man. So I let him hear Thug Mansion, and I let him hear California Love, like just the flow of how Tupac his flow from
I don't bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Cause when I step on the stage, I'm hearing Swifty screaming.
Being for money and alcohol, the life of a West Side player. We're some we all ball. I gotta ask MD because that's his thing though. But I let him hear versatility between the tracks of like, look at what he can talk about in Thug's Mansion and how he still sounds the same compared to what he's talking about just having fun in California Love. And he was like, I like his voice. I'm like, he got a voice.
That's a huge part of it.
Mm-hmm. He has a voice that people, it has a voice that attracts, man. So that being said, man, I was able to let him hear music and communicate with him through the music, and that be like our layer, our joint thing, man. So he's tapping into music, I'm tapping back into it. But I come up in that era where music, you could use music to speak for you. If you couldn't hold your own in a conversation sometimes, You could, hey boo, I got this Jagged Edge CD, and it's baby, I promise to you, and why will we let this thing go? Baby, I promise.
Sing that shit.
You. So I came from that era where I like harmonized to the pussy a little bit, sing. It's like, oh, you can sing. Like, I can't sing.
I do my thing. I do my little thing. You know, so I got some vocals. I got some little pipes.
Yeah, I was the lead singer in the junior usher board. After school church at church. I was the lead little baritone.
I was lead on the basketball team.
and me and my homies, we carried the most chairs downstairs in the basement after service. I had 6 in this arm and 6 in the other niggas maxed out at 4. So
that's just me. That's just what I do. Try to do what I can for the congregation. You know, that's just me. I just be doing my thing. Y'all need anything before I go? Okay, y'all have a good evening. You know how I go.
For sure, bro. I grew up in the church, but I rightfully identify as a heathen. My God know what he did. But other than that, man, let me ask you this, man, especially since we tapping on R&B. Who do you feel like is the R&B artist that you will play to kind of like set your mood for the night? So give me an R&B artist that'll set your mood for the night for like you and wife. Just give me one artist.
One artist that'll set the mood for the evening.
It can be an old artist, it can be a new artist, but an artist that's like,
for her, it got to be like not like a new artist, not like a 2020s artist, but it got to be at least some 2000 shit for her. Cause,
at least 10 years?
Yeah, because I go putting on my shit from the 60s and 70s, and she go ranking on the nigga, and I don't like that. So, it'll definitely be some Jodeci.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Here at Therapeutic Relations Healthcare Services, we provide essential services to essential people. We offer 24-hour residential care, transportation, adult day, and vocational training. We provide a safe and healthy environment that teaches daily living skills while offering activities that stimulate. Our passion goes far beyond the care of our clients. Our staff are highly trained professionals equipped to handle what comes their way. We like to think of ourselves as people first employers. Accept the challenge and join our team now at Therapeutic Weekend. Ooh, yeah.
It would definitely be some mid 90s Jodeci for her, man. It'll be some early Usher, some early Usher, man. Some Jagged Edge, like you mentioned.
Okay.
Some of that shit that we came up with. And if I'm putting on the record, for my lady, it's going to be coming from the male perspective. Like, I got something to say to you.
For sure.
There's another man singing this shit for me. Because I can't hit them notes the way he can. But listen.
Right.
This is how I feel.
This Jagged Edge CD, track 4, and like the second verse.
True Hill.
That's what I feel. Like, I can't say it, but he's saying it for me. And like, just listen and tell me what you think.
This made me think about you. But it'll definitely be some Drew Hill in there, Jagged Edge, Jodeci, Yeah, Tank. Take it early 2000s with Tank. Tank my dog, man.
For real?
For real. Tank my dog.
I like Tank. Not met Tank, but I got hip through Tank from Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx had mentioned that him and Tank had, I guess, played football at school together. And they used to sing and all kind of shit together. But it was on an interview. And I was like, oh man, I think that's dope. But I only had I was only hip to Tank growing up from one song. He had a catalog.
Yeah.
But it was like he had one song, and it was like I always saw some beautiful black woman playing Baby I Deserve from some nigga that done broke their motherfucking heart. Baby I deserve to go out and find somebody else. I don't sing it enough.
For you to go out and find some other guy.
Bitch, I'll beat your ass.
To grab your neck.
You better talk to me about the fuck I did wrong.
Say it ain't true. It's my own insecurity.
And I'll chase you down the street. It ain't true. It's my own insecurity.
For you to say, yes, I cheated on you. Shit.
You deserve it.
Fuck
For
that.
all I put you through, baby, I deserve. For you to sleep around at night. Like, hold on, wait a minute, bitch. I'm gonna choke you out. Oh, you better come the fuck home.
For real, man. But that's a dope cut, man. Tank actually got a kind of blackballed in the industry at the time. I heard
he ain't like R. Kelly.
Nah, I never heard that.
Maybe he said he ain't
well,
like
he probably said that just on some funny shit. Like, man, this nigga stay fuck. Because Tank can write hits.
Yeah, for sure.
Hits and hits. You look at his catalog as a writer. It's kind of like, oh shit, Tank touching everything. God damn.
Yeah.
Tank, like he wrote O for Marion.
Oh
Yeah. All that shit. He wrote Naked for Marcus Houston. Yeah.
That's
Tank.
now that you saying it,
You hear it, don't you?
it makes sense. And now that you mention it, I can listen and hear like, yeah, that's a Tank.
Yeah.
Kind of like how it may be like the early 2000s when Neo became popular as a solo artist because he was already writing music.
Writing like a mother.
Once you got to hear his music with him on it, you get to hear like, oh, he wrote that. Bieber singing that.
Yeah. See, there you go. Because a lot of times how it goes is, folks will hear, even I just say from Kanye, Kanye will play beats for certain artists and go, hey man, this you right here. This you. I got a verse too. When you want this, they be like, nah, I ain't really feeling that. Fucking 4 years later, end up, fuck it, I use it and turn that shit into like, oh damn, that shit is hard. Like, yeah, sometimes you just gotta hear it in song form, all the way put together, and they gotta catch you, But Tank definitely that dude on the writing side, man. I can't run through all his catalog, but I know he done put the pen to the pad and made some shit happen.
Oh, for sure, man. If I was which I would love to, man. Freedom Speakers. Hey, I would love to, as an aspiring artist, as an aspiring podcaster, as an aspiring creative of multiple different talents and things. I would love to produce and make beats for local artists in Cleveland, Ohio, 216, or within the nation. Anyone that's willing to connect. COVID showed us that we can email and FaceTime across the nation, man. So
yeah, come through. Let's collab.
Let's collab, most definitely, man. But if I could get into the industry of musicianship, of music, I feel like the easiest way for me to get in would be to write. I feel like I know I make catchy things.
Yeah.
I wanted to work at Jingles 2000 with Jamie Foxx, Nicole, Mouse, and Curtis. I felt like I ought to help that
Roaches.
trio. Yeah. Get out of the house. He said, can you repeat that one more time? Roaches. He's like,
Roaches. Get out of the house.
Get out. Like, why you saying it like that?
Nigga said, still in here trying to find things that rhyme with fungus. Fungus. Supposed to be among us. Yeah. Right.
Man, remember that episode when they had to sing off in the office?
Oh my gosh, man.
Like, plain white rice. See how it boils.
The Jamie Foxx show, man. And, I've been seeing the rumblings about this on social media. I think the Jamie Foxx show, when you think about the sitcoms from the 90s, people tend to go Martin, Fresh Prince, Living Single, as a big three.
Especially for black.
Yeah,
Especially
for sure. As a big three. Because, you got Friends and shit. With fuck Friends. They stole that shit from Living Single. The whole fucking concept of Friends
outfits
was stolen from Living Single. Living Single was canceled. Bang. Friends pop out. Do the research. The whole concept was stolen from that black show.
Other cast members come out and say that. Most definitely, I think Erica Alexandria, she played Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, and I love Max, just her character, like how
I could eat.
Yeah, one of them episodes, she was like, "Hi, Naughty, I am too. How are you?" I'm like, "Look, what's up, Max?
What's up, Maxine?"
But she had said that they stole the whole concept, they stole the attitude, the wardrobe, but because I guess
even just the dynamic of them dating amongst even being the friends, you know what I'm saying? But hey, we can't have shit. We know that.
Fuck friends.
I refuse to watch it. I refuse to watch it. I mean, even when it's on, I turn the channel, go back, and just turn it again.
So let me not lie. I've never watched a full, complete episode of Friends. If I come into the room, it has been on TV at work, and I'll just sit there and watch Ross or whoever. That's the only person name I remember, just off the top of my head, is Ross.
Phoebe.
That one, because she was dumb.
Fucking name is that?
Like, I remember she was dumb. She's supposed to be like Sinclair.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's supposed to be dumb. And then, woo. I can't. Don't give me the line.
Chandler.
Fuck him.
Fuck all them niggas.
I know Obi.
Yeah.
He was the janitor. He was the super in the building, basically fixing shit.
He broke my Cleveland Browns mug. Oh well.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Please tap into me on IG. That's the primary platform. Permission, the number 2_ Speak Freely Podcast. That's permission, the number 2_ Speak Freely Podcast.
Absolutely, straight up. And you can follow me as well, Laylo the Most, at LAYLOE.THAMOS. And definitely follow us, man. Engage with us, ask us questions. Get engaged, man. Freedom speakers. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we protect y'all as well. Permission to speak.
That's a good. That's
when they had the Browns had sold, Art Modell had sold the Browns, and then he's like, broke my Cleveland Browns mug. Oh well, they ain't gonna be around them. He from Cleveland.
He's from Cleveland, yeah.
I believe. No, Kim Cole ain't from Cleveland.
Kim Cole, I think it's from Cleveland. Kim Cole, or the evil Kim Cole, which is like Jack A.
Yeah.
One of them is from like Kim Whitley.
Somebody from EC.
Kim Whitley's look like and seem like she from EC.
We gonna have to do some research. Hey, research. Can we get on that?
Fact check that.
But yeah, man, back to the shit, man. As a big 3, name real quick. Big 3 90s black sitcom. Go.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Okay. Jamie Foxx show. I wanted to be Jamie Foxx. Wayne Brothers. And Parenthood.
Shit. People, Parenthood. Let's just start there.
Robert Townsend.
I fucking
Hollywood Shuffle.
Fucking loved the Parenthood. That's another like one of them forgotten ones, because when you think big 3, it goes Fresh Prince, Martin. Give me a third, like of the big Living. I think Living Single would kind of be that third one, big 3. You know what I'm saying? But then we forget about, and Family Matters kind of touched into the late 80s, early 90s. I think that shit came out in like 89. But of course, went on to be like a 90s show, a successful black show. Went on, and I got a story to tell about.
And I think that, and this is my thought, man. I think that Full House was pulled from Family Matters.
Hey.
That's just me. Like,
I ain't mad at you.
Full House was pulled from Family Matters.
Yeah, having the little neighbor come by, little cute white boy.
The annoying neighbor.
Hey, DJ.
Yeah, the annoying neighbor that comes over. That actually makes the show.
Yeah, I did watch Full House, by the way, when I was a kid. As a child, I didn't know.
How rude.
I didn't know.
Well, as a kid, we only could watch certain shit because we grew up in the household in the 90s.
Yeah.
Where the TVs had fat asses.
Yeah.
They weren't flat.
Apple bottom.
You might have color, you might not.
I had a black and white TV in my room.
I had a black and white
with
TV.
With the motherfucking knock. Yeah. I'm an old soul. I know some shit now.
Bruh, I had the 2 TVs.
The first time I saw the video for Wankster, my 50 Cent, was on that TV.
On fatback ass
TV? On black and white.
See the pixels on that?
Yeah, it was black and white. That shit was smooth though. Like that shit was like a good
270i. Like it looked good for an old ass TV. Nigga, with the antenna I had to.
You had a real antenna?
Yeah, they had in that bitch. Bro. Had foil on the end.
Bro, we had the old wire hanger with the foil on there, and then we had like some rabbit ears. Cause we had two TVs.
I had the rabbit ears. And my room was in the attic, so I get a decent signal.
Yeah, you up top.
I ain't had too much shit blocking.
You up top.
Yeah.
But we had the TV at the top, and don't quote me, but I'm trying to remember. It's like, let me go back and think. I want to say the top TV had 3, 5, 8, 19, and then maybe 25.
40, 25, 43, 55, 61 was a Spanish.
Yeah, Telemundo.
Yeah. And that was kind of it.
That was it.
That was,
that was it.
You might get this motherfucking TV guide on channel 99 and 98, some shit.
Yeah.
But that was it.
And then,
funny thing about that black and white TV, you remember it was early in LeBron's career. They started wearing the Hardwood Classics jersey, right? With like the blocks on the side and shit. It was about 3 months. I had no idea what color them jerseys was. Because my TV wasn't black and white. And the Cavs came on regular ass. Well, it's local now, but they came on channel 43.
Yeah, the Cavs used to come. That's when they were. That's local. That's public broadcasting. Damn.
Yeah, but like Brown was here, but it was early Brown. Early. Second season, third season in the league. So
that was like 03, because he came 03.
Came in 03.
So it's like 03, 04?
04, 05. Like, nigga, early Brown. I had no idea what color them jerseys was. You know how I found out? And nigga happened to go downtown and saw some newspaper on the ground. Like, oh shit, them bitch is hard.
Hey, that shit sound like the opening of a movie. Raccoon City.
Yeah,
shit.
It was just different shades of gray.
Where am I? What's going on? Like, paper just blow up on
man,
you.
We done been through it, man. Been through it. That black and white TV, and I appreciated the shit out of it.
Yeah, man. We had the black and white TV.
That's why we're trying to get my kids to understand. They don't know how good they got it. They don't know how good they got it. Shit, when we was young, we didn't know how good we had it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I feel like that's going to constantly be the thing with each generation of, we may be feeling like our children, they're not tough enough, or they're not handling enough challenges. But I also feel like that our children are growing up at an age of information where life hacks is the new shit to get things through. And
you gotta use the brain power more than just the brute. Go outside. It's like, no, being inside. It's shit and getting this knowledge on these laptops, learning shit.
I'm coding that. I'm coding for Microsoft. Yeah. Like, you want to come cut this grass? Like, I don't want to. I programmed my Roomba to cut the grass.
Yeah, robots.
Break in and get me some money.
Yeah.
You so goddamn smart.
They changed my stimulus to 10,000.
Yeah, man. But so I think that as we always talk about with our children, man, we're giving them grace. I know we've been really heavy on them looking for production and growth, and I think that's going to still continuously be a thing. But finding myself in the at moments giving him grace, giving my oldest son grace. Yeah. Because I get to see the progression, and I also want to give time to develop. I get to see the effort of like, hey man, I'm trying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, compared to say, for example, us as kids, our parents may have looked at it like we weren't trying, but we really were. It's just we weren't given the time to really process. As we just stated not too long ago, man, adult time is different than kid time. Because 8:30 bedtime to the kids sound like it's a bad, but to me, 8:30 bedtime sound fucking great.
Yeah, I remember. I remember one year I asked my mom for a bike for Christmas. I'm like, Mom, can I get a bike? I asked her for a bike, not for Christmas. I asked for a bike just for a regular Thursday. Like, ain't no gift and holiday coming up, and you can't fit a bike in the Easter basket. So she got a big ass basket. I don't know. But I say, Mom, can I get a bike? And she go, oh, okay. All right. Maybe we get you one for Christmas. It's fucking March. How the fuck? I got 3 seasons to get through.
That's a long time. I better get a few bikes.
We close to the last Christmas to next Christmas.
Right.
What the fuck?
Is this bike gonna be a motorcycle bike?
Yeah, man. So that was one of the things. But now, like, as an adult, asking me to wait a year for something, like, all right, hey, wait 5 years sometimes. It's like, hey, you know, I'll be able to make that happen in like 5 years. Right. Adult time different from kid time.
Adult time different from kid time, man. Absolutely. So, man, Freedom Speakers, chime in with us and let us know, have you ever, we'll start from here, fell victim to saying some bullshit a little bit too early and probably scared off a potential person? Also, give us some feedback on some R&B that sets the mood for you, for yourself, your spouse, anything to be that panty dropper. Trey Songz was my guy.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You are listening to Permission to Speak Freely, broadcasting from Cleveland, Ohio, 216, home of the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cleveland Browns, and the Cleveland Guardians. Go Tribe! It's a panty dropper.
This right here's a penny dropper. That was that shit.
That was that shit.
That was
Trey.
that shit.
Trey I put the Trey Songz on.
Neighbors know my name.
Got the screaming cops and yelling.
Yeah, man.
But that was my nigga. I put the Trey on. Get to set the mood. Get the knocking backs out. I mean, all and scooting beds.
Yeah, I remember when Jamie Foxx, like, cause you knew from watching it, we bouncing all over the fucking place. But
we good, bro.
Back when Jamie was singing on the Jamie Foxx show, doing the singles and shit, I remember one thing, he was in the studio with it. It was in like a duet jingle, and the shit was fly.
Mm-hmm. So
like, oh, nigga, as goofy as he is, he can fucking sing.
Extremely talented.
So when he was, say, like, when you first saw him appear on Slow Jams with Kanye and Twista, at least that was my first time seeing Jamie show up on a record, like on 106 and Park video. Yeah. And it's like, and we know Jamie already. We know Jamie from the Jamie Foxx show, and we young, so we not listening to the Foxhole. We ain't get that out here.
No.
And we was too young to go to the comedy shows. So we know Jamie from the Jamie Foxx show. You see him appear on Slow Jams, and it's like, oh shit, the Jamie, yeah, we knew he could sing, but you think he playing?
I really thought he was playing too.
Like he's playing too. And then smack us with Unpredictable.
Which Unpredictable, and I want to say I was I'm gonna listen to that album on my way home.
I was in 9th grade.
I was in like the 12th.
Yeah.
I was technically I was in my second year of my 12th grade.
Nigga super duper sing.
I was in the second year of my 12th grade. And I was supposed to have graduated, but I liked school so much I had to go back. But
I like it here.
Because if you was in the 9th, I was technically supposed to be out, but I was a senior. And I remember bumping that CD, because that had to be like 06. Like 05, 06.
Sounds about right.
I remember bumping that CD, singing, and at first, like I said, I was like, man, I don't even think that he's serious, but the album was fire. Extremely underrated.
Yeah.
And shout out, as we were talking about other writers, shout out The Dream, I'm a fan of The Dream of writing as well. Like, he write hits as well. Sierra, Rihanna, Beyonce, all these big, I don't know about Beyonce, but I know Sierra, Rihanna, a couple other artists. And for Jamie Foxx, he wrote a couple hits for Jamie Foxx. And when I was like, oh man, he for real, he went got The Dream. But I used to bump that Unpredictable album. When I say I used to bump it, bro, that album actually taught me how to sing or harmonize. Like, just because how clear I felt like he sang, and how I was like, Shawty. Not today, people.
Yeah.
But just my man's of his talent, and then him getting with good producers, good musicians, and putting it out there, it was one of them like, hey man, this nigga really is talented. Then not too long after Unpredictable, Ray.
Oh shit.
Ray.
Man.
Like Ray. Which is that's not a movie that I watch where I want to laugh. That's a movie that I watch when I'm really intrigued in art and I want to become inspired.
That's one of them ones. I've told you this before, but I don't know if I told the Freedom Speakers. It don't matter what I'm doing. If I'm at home and let's say I'm just flicking through to try to find something comfortable on TV, if Ray is on, I'm watching. It don't matter if it just started, it's smack dab in the middle of the movie, it's 19 minutes left. I'm watching because that man, Eric Bishop, did an amazing job playing that character. Every little thing, even he glued his eyes shut so he could be blind for real. A lot of people don't know that. Had his eyes glued shut. So when he is walking, let's say if he's walking and somebody happens to be walking towards him, he wouldn't appear blind if he moved out of the way. Because he just got the dark shades on, but he can really see. Like he literally needed to feel. You know what I'm saying?
To be as authentic.
Man. And that was something just voluntary for him. He met, and Ray Charles, rest in peace to Ray Charles, passed away before the movie was completed. But Ray Charles knew who was playing him. Mm-hmm. I saw them sitting down at a couple of keyboards together.
Yeah. I saw somewhere floating around on social media. Dope images. And Jamie playing, it was so funny, man, because Ray, you play some good blues, man, he'd get excited. He'd he'd start doing that shit. It's like, oh, hey, on now. Hey, Nelly. That, but yeah, man, Ray. Yeah.
Ray.
So Jamie Foxx smacked us with Unpredictable, which
fuck you, Ray. You wouldn't spit on me if I was gonna fuck. You damn right I would.
Goddamn right. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Hey, bring me an old Johnny girl. What the hell is an old Johnny girl?
I think I know what it means.
Last night you were dreaming and I heard you say,
oh,
Johnny. When you know my name is Ray, I believe. Yes, I believe. I believe. Yes, I believe. That's the shit, man.
That's the shit.
He's like, oh my goodness.
That's when they showed my nigga the A-track.
Man.
He said, I do all the parts. My goddamn self. Get them.
And they just showed him the A-track.
Just showed him that much.
Or not showed him, but
Yeah.
They told him.
He got to use it.
They told him about it.
My man got to use it.
But no, man. But that, shit, man. That's that's one of them ones.
I'm on my it's an Eric Bishop kick, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to the Unpredictable album at home, and the next time I see the movie Ray, I'ma most definitely watch it. So me and my sister, we even to this day, shout out to Queenland, my sister, Chris, that's my twin.
Crystal clear, unofficial.
Yeah, we always say to each other little shit from movie lines. Like so from the movie Ray, we say to each other like, scratch a lie, find a thief. Don't you let them make you no cripple, Ray. Don't you do that.
Hey, man.
You say little shit that get down, Ray. Mama said don't do that. But just little shit from the movie, man. But scratch a lie, find a thief was the one that we used to say.
I believe the young boy who played young Ray, he ended up, he played a couple downs in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken.
Word.
Yeah, I believe. I'm going to have to look him up.
I think I did see, and this was a while back, that he actually did take on like a football career.
Yeah.
I don't know if he went to the pro, but
he went like, a lot of folk, man, like everybody not going to be a superstar, you know what I'm saying? But he played a few downs. Denzel Washington's son played a few downs in the NFL. Was nowhere near, hey, we call you up for this game, all right, back down to the practice squad. But he has pro stats, even if it's 6 yards.
Terry Crews.
Person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He has stats. He's on the books.
For sure.
In that room.
Have you ever rushed against motherfucking old lineman in the NFL? Nut ass nigga.
I got 1.5 sacks, nigga, whole career. It's like, hey, nigga, hey, shit.
Bitch, how many sacks you got?
Did that shit.
Huh? And not the ones the Lord gave you, nigga. Nut ass nigga. That's my nigga Wallow. Get him, Wallow.
Yeah, they out of pocket,
that
man.
Nigga, nut ass nigga. They think I'm tired.
They did my niggas.
My nigga, man, so Ray, he hit with Ray, and then I think I'm kind of thinking, what else did he do? He did the Soloist. with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, man.
And that was a
Solo
Cleveland,
was-
Ohio based movie.
He went to the Cleveland School of Arts. He played was it the cello?
The violin or something. He was up on
Yeah,
his
it was
neck.
violin.
Yeah.
I think he played all that shit for real. He was one of them. He did all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that story. He is from Cleveland, and that was another good one. Now that movie, okay, I don't know what it is. You know, Jamie, he take his roles real serious, cause you know that guy, he was schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm.
So Jamie began to experience a lot of. I suppose he went so deep into the character, he started experiencing a lot of symptomatics of schizophrenia, and to the point where they needed. He's like, yeah, get my kids out of here. I feel weird. Like, look it up. Like, you got, you know, the same with like Heath Ledger playing the Joker in 2008. Batman. Which one was that? The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
The Dark Knight.
That was
Him playing that character, it fucked with him mentally, and.
yeah.
Jamie playing the soloist. Excuse me, I forget the gentleman's name who he was playing, but it started fucking with him like in real life.
I've heard, well, at the recent Dave Chappelle show that was here in Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to Dave Chappelle and everybody that came. OH.
Oh, thank you, Chief. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's my man.
I don't know if that was Chappelle or not. Go ahead.
I guess. But no, he was here. Shout out to him and the team, Donnell Rollins and a few other great comedians. But he had gave a story of he went to go meet Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And Jim Carrey was playing, I can't remember the guy name, but the Truman Show. He was supposed to and he was Andy something, whatever. Do not admit, I even feel bad for messing up these great artist names, but Dave Chappelle went to go see Jamie Foxx to go see Jim Carrey, but Jim Carrey was so into Andy. They called him Andy on set. Whatever the great other comedian he was impersonating, he got so deep into the character that everybody on set called him Andy. And though Dave Chappelle was like, man, I got to see this great artist at work. He was like, I really wish I could have met fucking Jim Carrey because I met Andy. He was like, he was so deep, but just giving that reflection of, I respect artists who get that deep into the character, the culture, to give a great performance.
Yeah.
I feel like mentally, when I wanted to be an actor, my son wants to be an actor. I feel like with all the things that we're doing creativity wise, I don't have to be on the big screen somewhere, but hey, I feel like I got some acting chops. I can be in a Tubi movie.
Yeah,
a really good Tubi
I can
movie.
do way better than them.
So, but
You know how many Christmas plays I was in the church? I got some roles.
in the Little Shop of Horror, I was tree number 2 in the back.
Look up my credentials.
I sang at Memorial Middle School. I was in the 8th grade. We had a play called Rent. I had to sing 525,600 minutes. Shout out to Memorial Middle School. I went out there with my cousin Edric Johnson.
How much time is
MD
that,
to
by the
the
way?
fullest.
Is that a year?
Yeah. How do you measure a year?
That math
And
don't sound right
daylights
to me.
and sunsets. That was my shit.
Cups of coffee.
Yeah.
that
My little line. And the truths that she learned, and the
way
times
that
that she cried, and the bridges she burned, and the way that she died.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
time now to sing out, though the story never ends. Let's celebrate and something in the life of friends. Remember the love. I remember
was good. I wish I was there.
I remember.
I should have been there. I should have been there.
7th, 8th grade. I was in the 7th. Yep, I was in the 7th grade.
I played Jesus' stepfather a few times. I played Jesus' stepdad at least twice.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, man, I got
You
some
the
roles out there. I wasn't Jesus.
You the
I
fuck.
wasn't Jesus.
Hey, bro, that
I
shit
wasn't strong
was-
enough to be Jesus.
So I want to, even with our crafts now, man, let our children see the example.
Yeah.
So when it comes to acting, I feel like mentally, I know that it's an on and off switch to be able to get so deep into the character that you give a great performance, because art emulates life. And you want to give a really good show, you need to be able to get the best artist that you can to piece it together, man. So I feel like, excuse me, I respect those artists who can dig deep in themselves or expose themselves to different things to be able to become equipped for the role. And I give you an example, as we're stating, Jamie Foxx and Heath Ledger, all of these other, even Chadwick Boseman, they will get themselves mentally prepared in different ways and even study different things to be able to get an accent right.
Yeah.
I think those are a lot of deep actors that care about the crafts, compared to, not to be negative, but to be some of the actors that may just, hey, they need a little bit of fighting training, gun training, that still puts them in a physique to make it look good, but it's like everybody an action star.
Did you because you touched on Chadwick Boseman real quick. Rest in peace, Chad. I'm pretty sure we've said that at least 3 times before already on this show. Did you happen to watch Ma Rainey's Black Bottom?
Yes, I did.
Yo, that film, I don't feel comfortable calling that a movie. That's a film.
Yeah.
The word film to me seems like a more like respect. It's like this is art.
This is art. It's art.
It felt like that entire film was shot in one take. That's how it felt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It felt like theater. It didn't feel like anyone said cut at any point.
It didn't feel like it felt very smooth.
Yeah.
Very
natural. Even just the conversation, dialogue when they down there getting set up to rehearse the song and shit. You know what I mean? They all did they around just talking shit. You know what I mean? And like it just felt like it's just like I'm watching that shit when I get home. It's like, wow. How do y'all? It don't seem like y'all doing lines.
Mm-mm.
Not them kind of lines, but it don't sound like y'all reciting lines.
Right. Well, yeah, they're not reciting.
It don't sound like y'all reciting lines. It sound like y'all just, hey, this. When Levy told the story about when, you know, because he was a young guy, you know what I mean? They kind of getting on him. But when Levy told the story about what, you know, kind of what happened with his mom and his father, you know, when he told him, I ain't gonna give it away here, but he was telling them, hey, leave Levy alone. Y'all don't know what I've been through. And he went in and told the story about what happened to his mother and the way his father reacted and what happened and what he'd been through and what he saw coming up. So just leave Levy alone. I don't bother nobody. Won't nobody bother me. Don't fuck with me. Yeah.
That movie reminds me of the Regina King produced movie, and I want to say it was One Night in Harlem. I think it was One Night in Harlem.
I don't think I've seen that one.
And I want to say it's a fictional or non-fictional movie. Don't get me.
It's fairly new, right?
It's fairly new, like
2023.
2022, one or something like that. But
that 2 years.
it has a all-star cast. These people are had taken on the characters of Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, I want to say, Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
And then it was Sam Cooke, Muhammad Ali, and Jim Brown. And
okay. So this was about the civil rights. I know where you at. With
yeah. So I want to say that it was the way the movie was scripted and written out was that if all of these gentlemen would have got together in One Night in Harlem, what it could have been. But they pretty much, the movie takes place in the setting of a hotel room, and it's a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of, you get to see the character, the chops of the person, more than some of the movies that you get to see now of you may be on camera 7-10 minutes, and then the rest of it is some CGI, computerized, some stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or some action, fighting, blowing up scenes. It's like, no, these people are really drawing you in as a character. But it reminds me of that, of like, these actors are showing their dialogue, they're showing their chops, they're showing how smooth, like how they can be so embedded into a person.
Yeah.
And I heard Lorenz Tate say this. He would say it, you know, as an actor, I have to be able to take these words and bring them to life. Like, I have to bring these words to life. I can't just read it. I have to actually feel it. I have to become it. I have to, what do I think this person would do? I have to like come up. I have to basically create this own character myself.
Yeah.
Somebody
body
else
language involved with acting as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
So one of the biggest things to me, getting to see though, like the different movies from back then, and even like the movies now that we're speaking of that has the dialogue, it's giving artists a space to actually show what they can do compared to some of the other art that's out here. Don't get me wrong, because I'm a Marvel movie head myself, but they are great actors, but a lot of it is CGI because it's supposed to be science fiction and so on and so forth. But with these movies like Ray, that's all acting chops. That is mental, that's being projected. That is good writing. That's good everything. With The Night in Harlem, that's good writing, good dialogues.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it reminds me just of like a movie with Chadwick Boseman and what's her name? Say the Big Rainey's Black Bottom.
Ma Rainey's.
Yeah, I think that was her song.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, but she had a song that was talking about that Southern.
Yeah, it was called Black
Muddy
Bottom.
Water music.
Yeah.
If you know the song she sang in that movie, and what it meant, and just other songs that she has on other deep South, Louisiana, Mississippi, down by the gully, that one of them, their music has nothing.
Juke joint shit.
Juke, yeah, what juke? Like some.
It's the devil's hour. Ain't nothing going on around at that juke joint. We need to come home, Gerald.
I'm going down to the juke joint. Me and Squeak. I'm Mary Agnes. What? My name Mary Agnes.
Mary Agnes.
You gonna let this nappy girl talk to you like that? Sit the daddy on the dinner table. But shout out to great acting, great movies, great lines. Before memes came out, kids, permission to speak freely.
Permission to speak freely.
We used to just run up in each other's face and just throw movie lines, nigga. We was memes before they start digitizing that shit. We'd run up in a motherfucker face and just be like, Kobe!
Yeah.
Shoot some shit. Kobe! R.I.P. to him.
Man, look what you did to my curtain.
Yeah, they need to run up and say all kind of shit, man. So tell me this, man. When it comes to certain movies that we watch that we find like funny or cultural, do you allow your children to watch certain things that were like funny and cultural to you?
Almost. We're almost there. Now my 11-year-old, I want him to be familiar with the Friday movies, period. However, I think about it like, yeah, I don't want him to see that part though. You know what I'm saying? Auntie Suge was nasty, you know? I pray for them titties. I don't want him seeing that shit.
That's a no.
I ain't think it was that bad when I was a kid, you know what I mean? But I'm thinking, I'm showing this shit to my son. It's kind of weird, you know what I mean? But we got them black movies like, you know, okay, the movies that'll get your black, me and my wife been talking about this lately. The movies that'll get your black card taken away. Oh, you ain't seen what? You know what I'm saying? Them type movies. Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, you know, the Friday movies, you know what I mean? 5 Heartbeats, The Temptations, they can watch that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like when it comes to like Friday, it's like, not yet. Not with Smokey had. Mary Jane. I ain't ready for my son to see that shit. They got 3 blunts in his mouth. Doing this shit. You know,
so that's my only problem. That's my only problem.
His angel does. Hold on. Yo, and my first time seeing Friday, dude. First of all, I was in Alabama. I was in Alabama the first time I saw Friday, and I ain't been to Alabama since like 1999.
God damn.
For real. What year Friday come out? Like
94
or 5? I think Friday and Lion King came out the same year.
93. 94.
I think 93 might have been like a little early. I want to say 95. What I will say, I do know Easy was still alive. Easy died in 95. So I'm gonna say Friday came out in 94. 94. But I seen it. But it's so weird. Just like when I talk about like my mama ain't want us walking up to the corner store when we was kids. We not going, man, we cool. They know us.
Right.
We take our ass up there, get our little Debbie cake, chips, Faygo, do-rags and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we come on back. Man, am I letting my kids walk up there? Hell no. Hell the fuck no.
Not in that neighborhood.
No, no. No. It's not gonna happen, man. But it's certain shit you would be thinking like, mama say, all right, one day you gonna see.
Yeah.
One day you gonna see. And I see. So almost, at least with my oldest son, like, hey son, come check this movie out. Nah, I want him to watch Life.
Life.
We working on the harmony. We
gonna do it.
But I think Life is a nice, clear one. You know what I'm saying?
Pure acting.
Yeah, acting. You
Pure
know,
acting.
Comedy. But when, you know, you gotta be careful with them hood stories with the Kid Friday, Boys in the Hood. You know what I mean? Gotta be careful.
So that reminds me of something real quick. I was looking through my music. I've been turning my son on to a lot of different music. So we was listening to KRS-One, Black Cop. And
Okay.
He was like listening to like, wow, who is this,
Black
Dad?
Cop.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, that's KRS-One, man. Knowledge reigns supreme over everyone.
Boogie up.
So he was like, oh, is that like, oh, okay. And I was like, man, people back then had all kind of different names that meant stuff. So I'm breaking down like, okay, we had KRS-One, man, knowledge reigns supreme over everyone. And I'm like, we had LL Cool J. It was like, ladies love Cool James. I told him, like, hey, man, for a while, Dad thought I was LL Cool J.
You was.
I was LL Cool J. My name was Ladies Love Cool K. So he was like, for real? I'm like, yeah, man, just bitches, man.
Why they got this all?
So I'm explaining that to him, but then we start unpacking on the Wu-Tang Clan. So then, so I'm gonna put a pin in the Wu-Tang Clan. But then we went to Airbnb and Rakim, and Don't Sweat the Technique. He saw me jamming it at a little bit, and that's like, oh, you like this song? I'm like, yeah, Don't Sweat the Technique. And she was like, where's this sound familiar? I'm like, oh, this was on Juice. And she's like, oh, I don't like movies like that. And that's what kind of triggered us to start talking of.
That's another.
I wouldn't watch 1KG to watch Juice per se. Not until he get a little older where, hey, he's having probably some high school conflict. Of
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is where Dad, so I explained to him, like, this is what Dad usually went through in school. I'm not sure if you went through it, but if he watches it or I show him, it can be educational. But just, nigga, I don't even watch that shit as an adult now. I'd rather go watch some superhero save the world than
I don't.
Bishop and Juice getting shout out to Pac, me, and all that. But
Yeah.
nigga, don't know.
This may be a look. I don't like Juice. I've seen it maybe 3 times in my life. I don't. Try not to drink soda, but no, I don't like Juice. I don't think anybody likes the movie Juice. Like, oh, this is my shit. Hell yeah. Nobody don't like that movie.
Yeah, I think it's just relatable.
Yeah, it's a movie that you see and it's like, wow, that shit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, wow.
You got the juice now.
I was talking to my wife. My wife had never seen Paid in Full.
Yeah.
Take her black card real quick, but she had never seen Paid in Full. Because I was watching an interview with Rich Porter's sister, and she, gave from her point of view, how the story went. And that shit is just heartbreaking what happened to that little boy, man. His real name is Darnell. They call him Sonny in the movie Paid in Full. But that's one of them ones too. Like, I don't like Paid in Full. Good movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Hood classic shit.
Yeah, but like, especially being that it's a true story. You know what I'm saying? It's like
money making bitch.
Yeah, like I don't like this nigga. Fuck that nigga Ice. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, like it's
Yeah.
It's one of this like, damn.
They selling us. We buying into the trauma.
Yeah, that's
because it's relatable.
Yeah,
it's not like a good movie. Shout out to the art.
It's a good movie. The art is definitely there.
A good movie,
but then it's like this
story,
horrible story. Oh my gosh.
We selling trauma, but So Juice, I wouldn't. That's not what I promote.
That's a heavy one.
I wouldn't promote Juice. I wouldn't promote New Jack City. I wouldn't in the ghetto. I wouldn't promote that. Jack, I wouldn't promote.
I want to shoot you so bad. My dick's hard.
Like it's Nino Browns all over the city, all over the world. Taking me down, don't do nothing.
I do say cancel that bitch sometimes.
Yeah.
I say that.
Cancel that bitch like Nino.
Cancel that bitch.
Boys in the Hood is the one that's on the line.
Message, because it's the message.
Yeah,
that's what say like message.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood is one of those, especially the relationship between Furious and Trey.
Yeah,
that black male role model that he needs, and I feel like that movie did. Shout out to John Singleton and that whole squad. R.I.P. John.
Rest in peace, John, for sure.
That he gave a reality of our neighborhood, but he gave hope.
Yeah.
And Juice, wasn't no hope.
Nah.
New Jack City, wasn't no hope. Blue Hill Avenue,
nah.
Wasn't no hope. You know what I'm saying? Paid in Full. Wasn't no hope. State Property 1 and 2. Wasn't no hope. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no hope. So in that movie, it gave hope. It gave Ricky wanted to play football.
Yeah.
Trey went to
go to school.
This lady knocked off.
He got a clean shot.
She's like, look at me about to steal this bitch, man. Oh, I thought that shit funny. It's like, oh, look at him. Does he have a girl? Yes, he do. Like, look at me. About to steal this bitch, man. You better watch his ass.
Man.
So that's Doughboy and Trey. They grew up together.
They like brothers.
Like, he is gone. He work at the Crenshaw Mall. Yeah, that nigga. What it do?
Like, hey, you been protecting yourself, okay? That's how y'all ended up with this one. All right. And that's real shit. Cause fucking and you don't recognize this shit until you get older, but you like this nigga Ricky was like 18. Yeah, 17,
18 with a baby. The
baby walking.
Yeah, the baby, the mama he living with the mama.
Yeah, like, living with his mom. Mom young as fuck. Yeah. Like mom and like, man, his mom like 32.
37.
I was gonna say like 30, like not much older. She just graduated 10 years ago. Maybe not that. I'm being,
I go like, hey, she was 18 when she had him.
Yeah.
And she probably 36 now because he about like 18.
She was 16 when she had Doughboy.
Yeah.
18 when she had Ricky.
Young and fucking.
Yeah. Young as fuck, But
why your daddy don't come down here and play cards with us no more? You think he too good for us?
Because Furious Styles.
I don't know.
Furious Styles is really Doughboy dad for real.
I don't know. But I don't mind him watching that because I feel like that healthy male role model of what Lawrence Fishburne represented.
He gave you that, yeah.
And his
he's
career,
my baby too.
Mm-hmm. His it's like Trey. Like, so when you gonna give me the bug?
Give me the skins or what?
Trey, this is still your mother.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma. Hang on.
Who this? Like, who this? But see, with just things like that, hey, that's a positive.
And check his ass.
Is that
how you answer the phone?
And why is you talking about getting some skins on niggas?
Like, nah, me and Ricky was gonna go get some pork rinds.
Yeah.
That's what we was talking about.
But so Boys in the Hood is one of those like, hey man, it gives hope. It has at least that positive role model, and that's probably. And I'll dig deeper later as I think about it. But
what about Menace to Society?
Menace to Society, which I think is still a dope movie. It still sells the trauma, but it doesn't give hope. It gives the after effect of the wrong choice. My grandfather asked me, did I care about my life? Right now, I'd be too late. But he asked him, do you care about his life?
Roll credits.
No.
I don't know.
And
you
what's
care
sad is at
whether
a moment,
you live or die.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
What's sad is at a time in my life, that was a legit answer.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know. It was like I didn't care what purpose that I have. Like what hope is there?
That nigga just got out of high school and got shot the fuck up twice.
Yeah, stole somebody gold D's and made me feel like when I got my first car, I wanted to play Computer Love. Boom, 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 boom.
That was the shit.
Man, shout out to Roger Troutman. But it was stuff like that I'll pull and say, from that movie, nah. Though they had different people, he was narrating like, yeah, he played balls while he did this, and this nigga, he a reformed ass thug that got his life right, trying to get us right. Fuck him, he don't eat swine. Yeah, but it's giving you a reality look, but it's still like no hope. There is still, you don't see the success of somebody actually did make it out.
Yeah.
And it shows like, hey, let me repeat that back and say it slowly one more time for our listeners, for the freedom speakers. And if you ever noticed or paid attention that like, hey, we are of black descent. We're black. So when you get to hear people of black descent or brown or Latino, Hispanic, and you get to hear them say, one of us made it out. One of us made it out. The question will be is, what are we in first?
Made it out of what?
Made it out of what? So it's, damn, are we all in this reality that understand that what we are doing is limited? That the man got his foot on our neck. We gotta fight the power. Fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Compared to WAP. Compared to compared to, hey man, let's start a revolution. Let's get it moving. Let's get it started.
Powerful shit.
Something that really can move the people. Compared to some bullshit that just make you feel good for a little bit. Is all needed, man. I'm a child of hip hop. I'm not want to disrespect anybody's craft or how they make money, but I come from a place of substance.
Yeah.
Come from a place of substance with the music, man. So freedom speakers, when you get to hear some of our artists and people that are speaking about coming out of something, keep in mind, man, you are still being sold a form of trauma. All right. Making it out of the trenches is something that all of us, or most of us, identify with. But the bigger scale of it is, and it kind of just fades into the conscious rapper, or the backpack rapper, if you will, that gives you the outlook of what system we actually are in, which brings you different films like Higher Learning.
That was another one too.
School Days.
Yeah.
Wake up! But
Lean on me.
Soundtrack of that.
Lean on me.
Lean on me. You want to smoke crack?
You smoke crack, nigga? Like this little nigga.
He's high.
He's high. But shit out there song.
Movies with a message, man. It's still giving you hope. It's still giving you a person and a figure that cares, and this person is tough, and because they know life ain't gentle. But
that's right, man.
I respect those roles, man. I think that shit dope. I think that's things that need to be seen. I feel like those roles still affect us as adults. Okay, so freedom speakers, when you're listening to the music that you listen to and you like, pay attention to the stories that they're telling you, where they're coming from and what they're doing, and even listen to see what they're doing back. So I'm a real big fan of all kind of music, man. And when I get to hear the rappers and musicians and people become humanitarians, they give back, they build parks and things in the neighborhood, they give backpacks, they do food drives, a whole lot of shit that Master P do. Shout out to Master P. If you ever watched the interview with Master P, I feel like I'm watching myself. I feel like I'm watching myself of like, hey man, look, this is how you get this together. This is how we unify together. And when you hear other big people who are still successful, like Snoop Dogg, tell you like, hey, P that nigga. He that nigga. He gave me the game. He taught me, coached me, educated me.
Money in my pocket.
He put some money in my pocket off of me. Hey man, he showed me. He set it up like a university, man. I respect Master P. He put his family on, whoever he could. He looked out, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it was, but hey, he the ice cream man.
Yeah.
Hody ho. I remember that.
Yeah.
Not no ski. I remember hootie hoo.
I remember straight up. I remember hearing a story. I don't even know if P told this story himself, man. But it was a point where Master P kind of moved the company out west, or branched out west, should you say? He said he got a call from Suge, and Suge said, "Hey man, the West Coast ain't big enough for the both of us." And he said, "You might want to move then." That's what he told him. I'm like, that it don't take a lot.
It don't take
much. Hey man, you all right? Where you going then? Where you moving to?
Yeah. But they powerhouses, man, and much respect to those positions, man. So I just say that of like, whatever walk you come from, people, and whatever story that you telling, man, give the full circle story. Do not just tell the trenches, because we need to hear the climax of hope.
Yeah, for sure.
As the fan, we need to hear the climax of hope of, hey, yeah, I started here, but I went there. So I give you an example, man. I'm a real big fan of Jeezy. Snowman.
Yeah.
Big Snow, nigga. That's my nigga. My nigga, Big Snow. If you get to hear Thug Motivation 101 from the progression to there to the Recession 2. You get to hear what latest album my man just had, but you get to hear his growth from just the Snowman.
2, right? The Recession 2.
I think it was the Recession 2, but I think he dropped something else, but don't quote me. But you get to hear the mix the home ammo with the bass, oh yeah. I remember nigga couldn't even wear a Snowman t-shirt to school.
Not at all.
You could not.
That shit was banned.
You can wear a Snowman hoodie, Scully.
None of that.
Shit, nigga. And it looked like some South Park shit.
Yeah, my nigga's a snowman with an angry face. For real.
Mad,
Not
man.
weird. This is a symbol of selling.
We know what the
Smack.
snow is. It's the snowman.
Way too sensitive.
You get to hear the progression of his music, of his art, his craft. He's able to tell you like, hey man, I've started in this business and I moved on to bigger business, and I've got to see my relationships with people dwindle and die, and I got a chance to grow and do multiple things and say and show like, hey man, everybody can't go. I can talk about different things and move different things, and it's just not the trap. So I respect artists that can give that full circle.
Yeah.
They give that full circle, man.
Shout out to Jeezy, man. Jeezy. That's another one. Came, let me see, 2005. Like the first time I smoked weed, I was listening to Young G.
For real?
I remember that shit. I was at it wasn't my cousin's house. It was at the band house. Anyway, but yeah, it's my weed for the first time, man. The TM, it was either TM 101 or 103, one of them. Yeah, man. Jeezy,
that guy.
That dude. Straight up, that dude, man. What a time, man. We grew up with different music, man. Like, I like the music of today as well. And you know what, man? I think it just depends on where you at. You know, listening to our music that we came up with, it takes us to a time that we can reflect on and remember. Mm-hmm. So then we listen to the music of today and we don't connect because that just ain't what we was at with it.
It's not our time.
Yeah, it ain't our time. You know, and I do enjoy some. My kids be listening to some bullshit. However, I'm okay with that because at least in their music, at least the stuff they listening to right now, mm-hmm. age 11, age 7, it's not giving them a message of what we were being given through the music. It's not promoting to them a snowman t-shirt, if you will.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's definitely not doing that. You know, as much as I want my kids to have just a little sprinkle of hood in them. Mm-hmm. They grew up out here. I brought them out here, and now they be acting funny sometimes. I told my son yesterday one of his friends was a bitch ass nigga for telling on him. Yeah. Hey, first of all, son, make sure you pay attention, watch your hands, and your friend a bitch ass nigga for snitching on him.
Right.
Well, shit wasn't no big deal. But so real quick, Freedom Speakers, we would like to officially launch a segment on Permission to Speak Freely called R&D, Research and Development. Now I know what you're thinking. Y'all going into some science shit? Maybe it could go there.
More chemistry.
Yeah,
more chemistry.
It could go there. However, our definition of research and development here is researching within ourselves and developing with what we learn. So, Chief, I want you to kick this off officially. We've done it already, but this is the official launch of research and development, and we want to keep this segment frequent. It may not pop out every episode, but y'all gonna hear it every now and again. So, R&D, research and development. What are some things in recent days, recent weeks, whether it be in business, as a father or husband, what are some things that you've noticed or researched about yourself and then have taken the initiative to develop them? You give us just a story or two.
Okay, well, appreciate you introducing me in like that, man, and giving me the place to be able to give tips and pointers of things that I do, we do, and that we teach and try to educate people with that helps us
Which I do my thing.
with our steps and things and the multiple hats that we wear, man. So frequently I research and develop myself, especially when I'm feeling at a place where I'm uneasy. I research myself on what it is that I need and I need to do. And within this research and development, this meditation time, I reflect a lot on me. I turn that mirror on myself to see what I could have done more, could have done better, done less, so on and so forth. But I get to the root of whatever's going on. In this phase of me researching and developing myself, I will reflect on my past week of things that I've done, certain tasks that I complete, certain goals that I had. I'll reflect on goals and things that I have moving forward. What do I need to do in order to sharpen this up or to get to this place, so on and so forth. And I feel like being very goal orientated keeps you pumping. It keeps you having a purpose. If you just wandering for too long, you can't wander forever. But if you wander for too long, you might admit you lost.
Yeah.
After a nomad is supposed to find something. Still, man, a nomad's still supposed to find something. What's the course of wandering for then? So in my R&D, when I wander within myself and my mind until I find what I need, I'll go and say I'll start micromanaging myself, because I don't like to micromanage the world. I don't have control over that, but I got control over me. So I'll micromanage myself and say, in this R&D, I need to develop a better relationship with my son, because that makes me feel better, makes him feel better. It's healthy. I get to understand him. I want to make sure I'm having I am leading here, and I am setting the tone of what it is to communicate, what it is to problem solve, what it is to open up that door for someone to feel comfortable, to disarm them of you being a threat. Yeah. Just certain things like that. I look with myself of, hey, I need a lot of attention from my woman. Call it needy or what you want, but it's like I only got one.
That's it.
I only got one. I signed up for just one. So I'm asking just one to give me all of her. So I'm having research and developing what I need from her and what can I give to her to be able to make this back and forth between each other just that much more fair and mutual. And then I'll research and develop just within myself for what I need of my time, of my space of I need to get better at my eating habits or sleeping or waking up or handling certain things before a certain time, but just all of it within growth of myself, or research and development of me, not me sitting around critiquing somebody else or what more they can do for me, but like what more can I do for myself so I can feed more people, so I can feed myself first. So I say that Wifey and I had a conversation recently, and it was just one of those heart-to-heart conversations of me feeling like, hey man, I'm put on the back burner a lot. I'm feeling like because I am so strong, it's like, hey man, you got it, you good, you okay. And it's like, I don't want to repeat. Please do not ever feel like I'm okay. Don't feel like that. Do not let my durability blind you to, hey, I need some repairs. I need wounds licked as well.
Well
I
said.
like some servitude. I like some hospitality in return. That doesn't cost anything. Or I don't want to have to pay for us to go on a trip to get servitude. Like, you wanted to just treat you nice in a different location? Treat you nice? Any motherfucker if I'm there, bitch, you just wanted to go somewhere. Just take it to spending money. But just given that, man, those are the key things of a family man, businessman, entrepreneur, research and developing my family. How can I get tighter in there and gain that relationship with them and lead right properly? Open that door up a dialogue. You know, how can I make better with, businessman? Open the floor up to the team. What is it that we need? Building relationships, communicating, exercising the gift of being vocal and unifying people. And then as an entrepreneur, man, getting out into the world, making connections and gaining resources that I don't have and I need for myself and for the people, man. So I need to make sure I'm developing myself to be to a certain stature. I can speak a certain way. I got my books lined up right so that I'm making myself attractive in all kind of ways, and shape and forms. And I really feel like that's the basis of R&D, is making yourself more attractive, more appealing, more like keep suiting yourself up.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my rundown of R&D, man, in a nutshell, man. So tell me about you, man. What is
I wanted to keep this particular segment of R&D yours, because we had talked earlier. We mentioned that you had some things on your mind. That's where research and development will come from. It's not intentional all of the time.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like, hey, this happened, last week, last month. I did some searching. This is what I found. You know what I'm saying? This is what I found. So tonight's R&D segment was for you. That was yours to give to the people.
I got some more.
To give to the freedom. I mean,
more R&D. I got to cut about 5-10 more minutes. But the R&D came to me through my meditation.
Yeah.
Before I went to, because I offer counseling. So before I went to counseling to work somewhere else, to give someone else my situation to help me unpack, I practiced what I preached and helped unpack things with myself.
Yeah.
And started to believe in that verbal dialogue of I needed to hear it out loud. Sometimes you're like, hey, that sounds better in my head. Or I'm writing shit like, they don't go to the beat. Nigga, I say that loud. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's one of those of, can I say out loud that I get to hear it and put it into existence that I'm sorry. Knowing like that's, you ever told somebody I'm sorry?
Yeah. And
you get to potentially see just the anger or this discomfort or whatever it is, just maybe start to subside.
Yeah.
But that's a spell. Like, I'm sorry is a spell. I love you is a spell. If you say I love you, I hate you. If you say I love you to somebody enough, something will happen. If you say I hate you to them enough, something will happen. So
them two gave the same outcome to me.
Yeah. It's the same.
Just say
it's the same. But I get a chance to feed myself this information and be able to challenge myself and test myself to say, can I make amends with this person? Can I hit a reset button with myself of how I'm feeling? Counsel myself to say, is this really that deep? Am I having a bitch fit?
Yep.
Am I on some sucker shit? Am I having a sucker attack? Do I need a Snickers? Am I acting like a fucking diva? You know what I'm saying? But I'll say that to myself and be able to counsel myself with it. That takes strength and honesty within you to say like, hey, I'm not okay. I'm not right. I need this. I need that. Especially as a person who
I'm fucking up.
Yeah. Like, hey, I gotta learn.
Gotta learn. Gotta do better.
So with just that, man, I feel like the R&D portion of things that came to me in meditation is really working, like identifying things with yourself, working on things that may be unsettling to you, or challenging yourself to be the better version of yourself that you can be, and healthy pushing those around you by your demonstration, by you being the example of like, hey man, I've been getting up in the morning around this time, or I've been drinking more water, or I've been whatever it is, and be like, hey, I'm the results. These are the results. So I can show you results more than I'm waving my finger at you of what more you can do. I'm actually coaching you of what I'm doing for myself. Yeah. And these are the results, man. So that R&D is really, really crucial for myself and for anybody any listeners out there. Permission to speak freely to y'all. Hey, find yourself. You can't navigate anybody else if you don't even have a source of yourself of where you want to go or what you want to do or an identity. If you, we all are still searching for ourselves, and we can layer ourselves to be all the great things we want to be. People, I know that we can, man. However, being honest with yourself and having some goals that you want to reach really helps you find yourself and what it is that you want to do. How do you know if you like something if you're afraid to try it? That if you're afraid to try, you're afraid to take that risk. You're afraid to even put yourself in that realm to make mistakes. It's like, as we said before, women like the bad boys because they take risks, they gamble. At the same time, if he do fuck up, she could turn around and say, the nigga wasn't shit, no motherfucking way, he was on some bullshit. That's why I did the fuck shit I was doing.
So it just wasn't you, huh?
Like, it just wasn't you, huh? But, appreciate you people listening to us here at Permission to Speak Freely Podcast. You can follow me on IG at permission, the number 2 _speak freely podcast. That's the permission, the number 2 _ speak freely podcast.
Yeah. And you can follow me, Laylo the Most, on IG at LAYLOE.THAMOS. Freedom Speakers, we appreciate y'all for listening, and we will catch you next time. Permission to Speak.